Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Hey there, Robert Tables. Thanks for coming in, and thanks so much for the resub. I'll share this in just a minute, but you actually, oh, what's going on with my header and footer here? You uncovered a bug. So thanks for helping me find that bug through the resub. What's up, .commie? Happy Monday. How are you? All right, I just fixed my banner thing. Yay! No, it is a good yay. I mean, it's great. We can fix it here in just a minute. Live. I'm excited to be back. It's been since last Monday. Hey, .commie, awesome. Thanks so much for the resub as well. You also probably just will encounter this bug through the bot. Something that we worked on last week that's not actually doing its thing. And my Wall of Things camera is not here. I just noticed that too. And the Michael Jolly, thanks so much for the resub. We can fix it. Hey, Frackberg. When did I become Bob the Builder? I don't know. Over the last week, maybe. We can fix it. Yes, we can. Hope you all had a great weekend. It has been a week since I've streamed on this channel. But I did stream 2 other times last week, which is kind of fun. So it's a weird sort of surreal thing for me to be back here. I feel like it's been a long time since I've streamed on this channel. And hey, One Kev Griff, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great week and a good Monday. Robert Tables, thanks again for the Friday stream over on Particle. That really unblocks some of my own work with Workbench. Oh, that's awesome. Robert Tables, I appreciate you sharing that, and I'm glad that helped. For anybody that may have missed it. Hey, Fragberg. Oh, we're on a resub party. I love this. This is fantastic. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are making my day right now. This is great. But yeah, Robert Tables, thanks so much for mentioning that. This was the stream that I did on Friday, actually at the Particle, on the Particle channel. So I'll post that here in case anybody missed it. That was actually quite a bit of fun. Oh, Fragberg, that's pretty funny. Knocked the Michael Jolly off the banner. So I did that on Friday. That was good fun after I was out on Thursday for my regular stream. And then there was also, had a lot of fun yesterday on the Michael Jolly stream. And I will share the VOD for that. Actually, let me do, I'll do even better, the Michael Jolly, because you have a great way of sharing these. So bald bearded and beautiful builder.com, baldbeardedbuilder.com. Is that right? B-U-I-L. Oh my gosh, der.com. I know. Here we go. So head over to baldbeardedbuilder.com. The Michael Jolly and I had a great chat on Sunday afternoon about IoT hardware. Talked about a bunch of different things. A few of y'all were there, so that was good fun. And I love the way that the Michael Jolly actually does his VODs and segments and all the great stuff. We had the Michael Jolly's daughter Lauren was on. My kids were in and out, causing a ruckus behind me, wrestling towards the end. So we had a good time there. That was a lot of fun. Robert Tables, I don't know if you caught it, but we did get the particle circuit Python experiment working yesterday. Yeah, I think so. I was in here watching it for a bit while I was hanging shelves. But yeah, I was in here in the office yesterday and I caught a good bit of it. And I think when I jumped over to the Michael Jolly stream, you were towards the end of trying to get the Python side of the serial communication to work. But that's cool that you got that working. I'm going to catch the rest of the VOD. What was I on Twitch light mode? Was I on Twitch light mode? Yeah, I'm on light mode for Twitch. I know it's weird because I prefer dark mode with everything else, but for whatever reason, we're in Twitchception. I thought I was in dark mode and then I must have switched myself back out. But anyway, yeah, there is a light mode. This is good fun. Okay, so it's been a week since I've done this proper stream. What did we do last Monday? The show and tell time, there are a couple of different things I showed off. The OpenMV cam, the SparkFun Edge dev board. I still haven't played with those. I got to find time. I mentioned this on the Michael Jolly stream yesterday, but my list of things I want to do is getting way too long for me to actually be able to manage it. It's kind of driving me nuts. Yeah. Michael Jolly and I were both, like, for the last few minutes before our stream, we were on Skype talking and both watching you stream, Robert Tables. So what did we do? We actually did get the detection of cheers, follows, subs, hosts, and trigger to fire mode. And then you resubbers, you awesome people, just found a bug in that this morning. So that's cool. I think I know what the bug is. I got to fix that. So we're going to fix that bug today. And we're going to do some other stuff. I'm going to do show and tell very briefly. I had a few things that I want to share. And then what I'm going to start with today is actually doing a debug step through of the, I actually want to use debug mode in Particle Workbench, which is something I showed on Friday. I'll show it again here because some of you might remember that cheer commands in the chatbot seem to only work, not cheer commands. In the chatbot, when you trigger chase mode, it seems to only work the first time until I reset the device. So we're going to actually do step debugging on the particle device and check that out. So that could be kind of fun. Hey, Siva, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. There's nothing proper about this stream. I feel like we could call fire mode Beavis mode. Fire! Yeah, we absolutely could. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. All right, so show and tell really briefly. I've moved my desk cam situation around just a little bit, but I have two things that I want to share today. One is, some of you might remember that last week, I'll share this again, that I actually got this Snap-on Air custom PCB. This is basically like a portable Raspberry Pi Zero based computer that you can build. This is going to be like my portable pen tester. Codebase Alpha, hey there, how's it going? Welcome, happy Monday. Thanks for jumping in. So this is going to be my Raspberry Pi based portable pen testing hacking device. The trick with this thing was that there was no BOM, there's no bill of materials for it, so there's a whole lot of guessing on all the individual parts. I ordered all of the parts from AliExpress, but because that's all stuff that's coming from China, it's going to be a couple of weeks before I have everything on hand. I do, however, have the first thing on hand because I just got the Raspberry Pi Zero from Adafruit. I'm sure some of you have used Pi Zero. This is the Pi Zero W that has built-in Wi-Fi. So this is actually going to go on the back of the board here. And I have a couple of different header sets for this. So, so I am starting to build my collection of things that will populate this wonderful little portable computer here. And then we'll solder it up on stream when I finally get everything. And stuff with AliExpress takes a while. But when I finally get everything, we'll work on it together, which will be fun. The second item is, Codebase Alpha. The latest Pi is the Pi 3 Model B Plus. Yeah, I think that's right. I have one of those as well. I don't figure out quite what I want to use it with. So the second thing that I want to share is actually a Kickstarter project that I backed like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And this is called the Obu Smart Clock. This is a touch and gesture based clock. This was actually created by the Onion Omega folks. So the folks that do the Onion Omega 2, which that actually came up on the Michael Jolly stream yesterday. But this is they decided to do a full-on hardware Kickstarter project. And this is the device. I haven't turned it on yet because I'm behind on a million different things. But this is the clock. It's got a, like I mentioned, it actually has a touch bar on the top, but it has a camera on the front, excuse me. So it actually will respond to gesture commands to do things like change between settings, weather, stuff like that. There's a configurable display here. You can build apps for it and all that stuff. So this is actually a cool little thing. The website for it is getobu.com. But I thought I would share this because I backed this, I don't know, I backed this like a year. I think it was a year ago. So for hardware Kickstarter projects, being able to deliver a product in a year is pretty good. So getubu.com. Let me jump back over. Yeah, getubu.com. This is the Ubu smart clock. So gesture controlled, kind of fun. Something else to mess with. I'll post a link for that. Robert Table's good question. What language framework would you use to build apps with that? That is a phenomenal question. I don't remember. So let's go look it up. Let's look it up together. Oh yeah, it's still in, they're still doing fulfillment right now. Maybe that's in the FAQ. So let me check out the FAQ. Color, blah, blah, blah. Frackberg, an alarm clock that can't take being beat on is not a good alarm clock. I agree. I agree. It should be, here, let's see, Ubu developer. How about let's see if they have developer, getubu.com, maybe. Nope. I honestly cannot for the life of me remember. So let's see. Maybe it's in their Kickstarter. And honestly, it's possible they haven't built out the developer experience left and I have forgotten. What are the keywords we would search for here? SDK, developer, app. It did come bundled with a wireless charging pad, which was kind of cool. Okay, so it's Alexa ready, IFTTT integrated. I thought I remember. All right, Robert Tables, I'm going to have to get back to y'all on that because apparently, oh, more cards to come. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Happy Monday. Frackberg, mine has been thrown across the room once or twice over the years. I'll say this might stand up to a beating. You never know. We'll definitely find out how it does. See, I don't know if I'm going to put it in the bedroom or if it's going to stay in here while I play with it. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But I will get that assembled and report back. All right. So that's show and tell. Show and tell done. In 50, I should be honest with myself and just always set show and tell at 15 minutes because I'm being. We all know that I'm not gonna get show and tell done in like 5 minutes. Okay. So for this next piece, while I work on that bug, the resubscriber bug that you also graciously found for me, I'm gonna actually start a debug build on my Argon device here. This Argon here is actually the controller for the light wall behind me. So when you send a message in chat to change the chase color, to trigger different settings, animations, or what do you call these, light sequences, you would, I completely lost my train of thought. So that's wonderful. Like chase salmon. Yes, there you go, .commie. Did you get it working? There you go. You got it. It's working, .commie. Good. Thank you. Frackberg, it might, but I doubt it costs $10 like my current alarm clock did. This is the problem with all this connected technology, right? This stuff is not inexpensive. Not inexpensive at all. Hey, Rambling Geek. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing great. Have a good start to the week. Okay, so the salmon... Here, let me get my... So according to my console, the salmon works in spite of all the wonderful errors that are behind me. So that's good. That's good stuff. But I want to actually go through the process of doing some step debugging here, actually on the on the firmware for my controller, right? Because what happens is anytime you call set mode, set colors, or chase, I'm turning around and firing a message, a mesh publish on all of the devices on the wall behind me. So I am actually going to set breakpoints in all of these, and we're going to see what happens when you actually go through this process of triggering something through chat. But first, I actually need to have this ready in debug mode and run a debug build. So on the desk here, I shared this on Friday in the particle stream. I'll share it again here. There's two steps. There's really two things that you need to go through debugging with the new particle 3rd generation devices. One is you have to have two devices. Hey, Wessel, what is it? Wesseldridge? Wesseldridge, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Monday. The Michael Jolly, something went wrong. Probably not your fault, but it could be. It was your fault, the Michael Jolly. Wes, cool. Oh, Wes Eldridge. Now I see it. Oh, it is so hard sometimes to pronounce Twitch handles live, but thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I think you may have actually found another bug in the chat bot, so that's great. But yeah, I hope you're having a great week. All right, so you need to have the particle debugger connected to USB, and then this actually needs to have its JTAG connector, not JTAG. Yeah, JTAG connector connected to the port on the Argon. And then you need to actually have your Argon actually in what's referred to as device firmware update mode. So this is actually where it starts. Oh, I got that on the wrong setting. So it needs to be flashing yellow and serial connected to your computer. So both of these have to be separately USB serial connected to your computer. And if you've got that, yeah, Rambling Geek +1 for Twitch handles. Yeah. Struggle. The struggle there is real for sure. X will D. I mean, if people use capital, well, sure, absolutely, but we don't all. I don't. I mean, mine is just like Brandon Satram, all one word, all lowercase. But hey, X will D, X wild EY. See, there I go again. Now y'all have messed me up. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're off to a good start. So now that I have got this in device firmware update mode, don't mention the hand. I'm not going to. I'm not going to mention the hand. I'm going to start debugging. So let me make the debug window here a little bit bigger so we can actually see what's going on. Make sure I'm using the right debugger. I'm going to click start. Oh, what? Get debugger executable not found. That's a new one. All right, hold on just a second. Michael Jolly, are we not going to discuss the random hand in the background? No, we're not. We're not going to discuss it. We're just going to pretend like it's not happening. All right, let me make sure that I'm properly configured here on the controller. So beta 1, this is an Argon, and then Watt Wi-Fi controller is the project. Oh, I may need to actually add config. Oh, here, let me get the webcam on my desk turned off here. So I think I may need to actually add a configuration for the controller because this is a multi-project workspace. There we go. What is that? OmniSharp installing. Okay, that's cool. Oh, the debugger right now is it's set on a different project, Watt Marquee. So add config Watt controller. So I'm going to add configuration. Wild. I'll go wild. So just say my name wherever you like. I've given up at this point. It used to be wild, but everyone said Wildy instead of wild, so I just gave up. Hey, wild. We'll go with wild. No problem. What's on line 36 to Michael Jolly? So this is actually good because this is something that I did not show. Oh, you just want to see if it's working? I actually have it disconnected. So let me connect the highlighter. Hold on. Oh, come on. Twitch highlighter. Isn't there a start listening? Hey, Carrie Payette, thanks so much for the cheer 502 bleed purple. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, the Michael Jolly Twitch highlighter's there. But I appreciate that cheer. And I hope you're having a great week. Taking the lead, too. That's right. All right. Yeah, don't draw attention to it. All right. I wonder why this is not working. Add config walk controller. Why is it not working? Select environment. Cortex debug. Okay, now that should work. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, walk controller, particle debugger. Great. So I'm going to go to debug, and now we're going to do the make. Okay, cool. Frackberg, that's funny. All right. So we're in. We are building. What's actually happening right now is there's two different versions of the device OS firmware that are, not device OS firmware, excuse me. There's two versions that are building right now, or two different things that are happening. There is actually the device OS firmware that's being applied to the device, and then my firmware. Okay, so we're in a good spot. So getting this console message means that things are good. So we actually are sort of, we're ready to debug. We've reached a breakpoint. So I'm going to turn my device back on and get it to breathe again. Frackberg, the guest on Fun Function stream today said TypeScript is a needy. Oh, TypeScript. That's funny. I would have laughed as well. I missed that part. I had Fun Function on an external monitor for a little bit today, and I switched over to InstaFluff because he was streaming today on Monday. All right. So now let's check these breakpoints out. Let's actually make some things happen. So there's a few different things that I'm going to see. Rambling Geek, have a good stream. Need to go out for a bit. Sorry for the quick visit. Unexpected. Have a great stream. Oh, no problem, Rambling Geek. Thanks for jumping in. Hope you have a good rest of your Monday evening. So I'm going to do Chase 255. Let's do red. The Michael Jolly. That's a good way to put it. InstaFluff is great. He's basically the Mr. Rogers of dev streaming. I love that. Frankly, I will get you. There's definitely a lot going on in the stream. It's not a like focus kind of stream. It's more of like a background while I'm doing other stuff, jump in and out kind of stream. You know what I mean? All right, so if I run Chase Red, yeah, look at that. So from the bot, through the Node app, into my firmware. And I got something. So here are the arguments that actually came in from the message. So this is my buffer. My JSON object sort of shows up as a buffer. Red 255, green 0, blue 0. That's what's came in. Excuse me, that's what came in. Oh, and I'm getting a timeout because I'm debugging. That's not a big deal. So that happened. So now I'm actually going to I'm going to step over that. Okay. Let me try doing chase red again. So I'm already in chase mode, so oh, now it's timing out. Now so I'm not seeing anything. Oh, and I'm getting okay. No, let me turn my desk camera back on because I'm actually now getting a red. This is bad. You ever see this on a particle device? It means that something went wrong. You don't want to see red on that LED. I do believe it's in SOS mode right now, so I'm going to need to actually restart it, which I think will disconnect the debugger, but maybe it won't. Yeah, we broke it. We broke it, but that's okay. SOS mode is basically a way of telling you that the device reached an unrecoverable state. Unrecoverable, automatically unrecoverable. That you need to save our silicon. That's right. That's right, Kobe Salva. It typically just means that you need to restart the device. I'll show you in the docs. There's a good explanation of what the various red flashes are meant to mean. So if you go into the particle docs and search for SOS mode, yeah, there we go. Oh wait, it's status modes. That's what it is. It's status modes. .com, that's right. That's a table flip moment. That's a, yeah. That's a table flip moment, for sure. Oh no, it went. There, yes. We'll play the table flip. Frackberg, I did that to mine once. I just unplugged it and gave up on life. You just unplugged it. There are ways to recover it. All right, come on. Come on. What happened? What? What now? Did the search box just become oh my gosh. Okay. I guess just the browser tab just decided to stop. Stop doing anything. And what's it doing now? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm giving up on that. I'll find it later, Robert Tables. Yeah, I know, right? We break the internet. Let's break the internet. Let's just break the whole thing right now. No, let's not break OBS. Yes, let's break OBS. All right, I restarted it, but I think I need to disconnect the debugger and then go back in. So this is good. Y'all are getting to see live some like not scripted firmware debugging. I had the demo I did on Friday sort of planned out to where I know it would work. But that's not what we do on these streams. We don't plan things out ahead of time. We just try stuff. And when it breaks, we figure it out together. And hopefully we all learn something, right? Hey, the Michael Jolly emotes have been approved. That's awesome. That is great. Yeah, I'm here for the unscripted fun too. Michael Jolly, I love the emotes. That's good stuff. Those are some great emotes. I still need to add my second one. I haven't. That's silly of me. And I think I'm actually relatively close to a third at this point. Maybe? Yeah, getting there. Yeah, I need to get on that. That ain't right. Okay. Oh no. Y'all, I may have like totally borked this Argon. We might get to see firsthand what Brandon does when he what's the word? When he bricks a device and needs to recreate, it needs to get it reset up. All right. Going back into DFU mode. All right. Let's try this again. At least the flashing is much faster today. When I flashed on Friday for the particle stream, it took a while. It took a while. I was a little worried it wasn't going to work. Can we get some F's in chat for brick device? Maybe not bricked. It looks like it may be okay. If we get back into debug mode, that's a good sign. All right. You are finished. Once you are finished debugging, remember to. Oh, that's a helpful thing I haven't seen before. I guess a little tip here. It says at the bottom of the screen. Let me turn the camera off for just a minute. Once you are finished debugging, remember to run Particle Flash application and device OS local. That's right. That was probably why my device got red and bricked. Is when you're not running in debug mode, you have to go back. Step back out. So y'all don't let me forget. Don't let me forget to do that. Okay. So let's try something else. Chase mode is running. But let's actually do... All right. Hold on. No. I'm gonna run chase again. And we're gonna just jump right through as soon as it comes in. Unless I am genuinely... Oh, wait. Crud. That was my bad. What's happening? Crap. Well, nerds. Michael Jolly, so what is the Argon connected to? In what context? It is connected to my Wi-Fi. So it's Wi-Fi connected. But it is also serial connected to my computer and connected to this debugger, which is what allows me to set breakpoints and inspect the firmware as I'm programming it. Or as I'm trying to run it. Let's do this again. Oh no! I hit buttons too quickly. Crap. Yeah. This is the debugger. So this device is not necessary unless you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is trying to set breakpoints and inspect the current state of the project while it's actually running, if that makes sense. So this is only necessary when you're doing what I'm doing right now. Normally I don't need it. Yeah, right, as Robert Table said, should really watch the Friday VOD, Michael Jolly. And yes, .com, thanks for posting the link to that. So it's very handy if you need to do what I'm trying to do right now and be successful doing it. Like what I'm trying to do right now is not look like an idiot. But in a more general sense, what I'm attempting to do is just inspect the current state of values as the chatbot sends them off, right? That's my last replay from Friday. I can't help that Rambling Geeks replay is 4 hours long. I didn't. So I caught the first bit of Rambling Geeks replay or Rambling Geeks stream on Friday. It looked like fun. So he was still doing more with the vector, with the Anki vector bot, right? That was pretty cool. Okay. Oh god. All right, y'all. I have here. I need to start over on this. I'm gonna do a Flash application in Device OS on this thing, and we're gonna put it back into DFU mode because I messed up. Typed in chat 3 times during his VOD. I've done that. I have done that. That's pretty funny. All right, Flash application. Let me turn the. I'm gonna turn the wall camera off for a little bit, since the debug is like right behind me there. So what I'm doing now is this is the instructions. This is the when you're done debugging, put your device back in a normal state. And the normal state is to have your firmware in what we refer to as hybrid mode, where you have the Device OS firmware and you have your user firmware, and they can both be updated independently of one another. When you are running in debug mode, you use what's called monolithic firmware, which is one giant binary that has everything mixed in together. And you have to have that for debugging, but you can't run. It's harder to run in normal mode that way. So that's where I am right now. And I'm going to see if this comes back online. So I didn't anticipate today being a overview of all of the various ways to try to recover from a silly mistake, but I think that's what we're doing, which is fine. That's fine with me. I don't mind doing this stuff every once in a while. Every time I heard an internal voice of Stimpy saying, "You idiot!" Oh, that's so good. I like that. I usually have those like...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I only have 2 sounds in my Stream Deck, and that's one of them. Because that's the way most of these things seem to go. Hey James, how's it going? Happy Monday. Robert Tails, this is good info to know. Some of us pay money for particle devices. That's right. Hey, I did for a while too. All right, I'm gonna actually go back into I'm gonna go back into DFU mode, and here's what we're gonna do. So another thing that you can do when you get into a borked state with devices, this is now becoming a continuation of Friday's stream, but that's all right, is to actually call the clean commands, because I actually didn't talk about these on Friday. So to do clean application and Device OS, to actually clean out what's in there and then recompile and re-flash. The Michael Jolly. Now I want to add Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica to my stream sound effects. That would be a good one. I like that. Good. I hope you had a good rest of the weekend, James. All right. So let me do a particle clean. So running these clean commands, what they do is they clean up any intermediary sources and binaries that might be saved in your local installation that could be polluting the build. Right, like if you switch between a hybrid and a monolithic build, maybe sometimes you would have bits left over that are accidentally getting into the binary, and you just want to clean them out. It's like a colonic for your compiler toolchain. I don't know if y'all found that funny, but I was, you know, it's a colonic for your compiler toolchain. So I'm gonna clean the debug. .com, make a PR to Clark Yales while you're at, yeah. Is there a way to do something about those fatal errors with Git that we shouldn't worry about? Yeah. Sorry, that was a wow moment. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, please do clip that so I can send that to the team internally and be like, hey, y'all, new marketing. What do you think? There's a new tagline. Let's use it. So Robert Tables, no. So I talked actually on Friday evening to Matt Moran, one of the engineers on Particle Workbench, and he said that this fatal not a Git repository, these errors will be gone in the next update, which will be coming very soon. So there's nothing we need to worry about. They'll be gone soon. It's just a particle colonic. Yeah, it is a. I don't know the specific issue, but I do know it will go poof. Oh no. Important trapped donkey Mike Hogu. Nice. All right, I'll have to look at that clip later. Thank you for getting that. That's funny. All right, so now that I've gone through that, let me do a Flash application in Device OS again. Yeah, all right, it's in. Should be good. Oh no. Oh no. I may regret that clip. I very well might. Okay, so this is doing its build. I'm gonna bounce around, hopefully y'all don't mind, because I still have a bug from all you wonderful resubbers from the beginning of the stream that I need to go track down. I think I know what it is. It was context is not defined when Robert Tables resubbed, and I'm fairly certain that in the bot that the resub handler, yeah, so let's actually go to the resub handler, because I think I just mixed up my variables. Yep, I did it. I have target context, so ugh. Did I? Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Whoa, what's wrong with my face? My green screen's a bit miscalibrated right now. It's like my neck is disappearing into the console. All right, I gotta fix that. That's creepy. So I handled this in trigger fire mode the other day. I'm so annoyed. The context can be null. But I didn't bother to clean it out in places that don't have it, which is silly. So here I don't have it. And here I don't have it. In B4, you should be using TypeScript. Hey, I'm an old school JavaScript developer. I prefer for my language, for my mistakes to reach up and bite me in the ass. Live in production. I don't need no type checker. I like my types to be free and easy and wrong. Yeah, I gotta get that. Okay. So any handler now should have, that should work. Unfortunately, we talked about this last time. I can't test it. I really got to get. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm still in DFU mode, so I'm gonna get a rejection there, but that's okay. Still waiting. Jeez. Michael Jolly. Release on Friday. Yeah, of course. Friday at 4:55. 4:59. And commit to master. In this case, I am actually committing to master. This project, I'm being undisciplined. I gotta work on that. Anyway, so on the bot, so I think we have resolved that. Yeah, those are the .com is right. Those are the standard patterns and practices. Clean that up. All right. I do need to do a what we learned in my stream notes here. Oh, and also things I want to do in the bot. Fix the resub context error. No, I did fix that. I need it to, my note is implement. And we had this conversation last Monday about testing, about, yes, implementing TypeScript for type checking, or the TS-lint for type checking, and yeah, I know I need to do that. So I haven't streamed since last Monday, and it's kind of an insane week, so I didn't get there. And then I did think more about the testing part of the bot. That should actually be relatively simple to just inject some fake data in here and do it. Linting and testing of the bot. Yeah. I gotta do that. I know. And all these high-minded ideas that I had about debugging. We got to debug once and then I bricked the device. We did fix this, so that's good. But while this is building, let me actually walk through what the bot is doing when you call the chase command. I know I'm jumping all over the place here. The first thing that's happening is actually setting the chase color, which that can happen even if chase mode is already active, like it is right now. All right. While this is building, it's stretch break time. So I'm going to take a quick bio break, get some more water. Y'all do the same. I will be right back, and we'll continue with this mishmash of debugging and unbricking devices and getting the chatbot to work and talking about how wonderful TypeScript is. I'll be back in a few. That's be right back screen camera looks like garbage. There's a weird refresh rate on it. Okay, so I flashed my Argon, which is on the desk now. This rapid, oh no. The rapid blinking means it's still not happy. I want a slow breathing cyan. So we cleaned, we reflashed my user firmware and the device OS firmware. What I'm gonna do now is I'm actually on I don't know if y'all caught this earlier, but when I configured the project, I was actually using a beta of the 1.2.0 device OS. I'm actually going to step back to 1.1.0 RC1 and let's do, and then we're going to flash application and device OS one more time. Robert Tails, I got to hop on a work call for a bit. A call, admittedly, that probably could be an email, but a call nonetheless. I understand. No problem. Hopefully we'll see you again in a little bit. Thanks for coming and hanging out, as always. I might be still right here trying to reclaim this device. Yeah, I'm glad it's useful. I mean, this stuff can be frustrating because you wonder sometimes like what happened and where it came from, but it is important to figure out how these devices can, how we can recover them. For sure. Cool. No problem. I hope the call is quick and painless. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of times when your device gets into a state like this, you think, well, I don't know. I mean, it's good to know what to do, right? Because you don't want to get into a situation where you feel like you got to get rid of the device or you've wasted your money. Totally understand. All right, so I'm going to wait for that to reflash real quick. And while that's happening, nope. Turn myself off. While that's happening, I'm going to go back through the actual chase command so that we can take a look at what's going on from one step to the next. When you call the chase command in chat, and this is the chat bot, the first thing it does is it calls set chase colors. So set chase colors will determine if a valid list of colors has been sent. If it has, it determines if it is a hex color. If it is, it uses the tiny color library to give me a valid color value. If the color is valid, then I take that hex, I get the hex string, I turn it in, I get RGB. Cool. Otherwise, and then I have a color list that I can return. Otherwise, I can also pass in not just a hex or RGB value, but a 0 to 255 list, comma delimited list of values. If I get those, I split that, and then I have a color list from that. The other option is I can get a named color, like Rebecca Purple, etc., etc. Red, blue, right? I use tiny color to actually parse that out into a list of values. I get the hex string, I get the RGB values. Apologize if this is monotonous, but I want to go back through this because I'm trying to reason where there might potentially be an issue. So the output of all this is that there are 3 different ways to send for the bot to actually receive a list of colors that need to be set on the wall behind me. On that. That looks weird. Okay. On that. Once it has that list, it actually calls the set colors command on the controller device that I'm trying to reflash right now. It passes in an argument of the red, green, and blue values, and it waits for a result. Does async await. So that's on the bot side. So that calls the particle device cloud, which then actually turns around. Yeah, the hand. That hand is going to come in handy soon. We'll use it for something. So this is the set colors particle function, right? Set colors. It receives this value here, and then set colors turns around and does a mesh.publish to all of these devices on the wall behind me. With just there's four devices. So all 4 of those devices receive that same message. And this is what it looks like. Inside, and so this is the firmware for the controller. This is the device that's on my desk that we're trying to unbrick and recover right now. And then this is the firmware for each of the strips on the wall behind me. So if I go to the setup for this, I will see a mesh.subscribe for set color. And that actually goes to the set color command or set color function. No. So this is set color. Set color receives the event. This is my JSON object that has the RG and B values. It parses that using a JSON parser library, and then I get my red, green, and blue values. And those are set to global values, red, green, and blue. That's it. That's all that set color is doing. Sneak Easy JT. Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday to you. Hey, Brandon, I don't mean to interrupt, but would you be able to help me out with a quick hardware GPU question? Yeah, maybe. You're not interrupting at all. Happy to have you in chat. Happy to have you here hanging out today. Codebase Alpha. There is no hand.commie. There is no hand. That's right. That's right, .commie. Pretend that it is not there. Sneak Easy JT. I'm building my first PC and can't decide between the RTX 2060 versus the RTX 2070. It's about a 200 to 250 price increase for about a 17% performance increase. I would, I mean, what are you using it for? This is going to be a streaming PC, I presume, right? Codebase Alpha, my streaming rig has the 2060 and it's great. My leaning would be to go with the 2060, frankly. $250 for a 17% increase. I don't know, Sneak Easy JT, I mean, what are you streaming? Are you planning on doing like 60 frames per second Fortnite streaming? Are you doing like science and tech streaming, creative streaming? That will probably help steer you in the right direction for sure. Mainly playing World of Warcraft and Apex Legends. Yeah. Neither of those. Yeah, I'd go with Codebase Alpha's recommendation too. The 2060 is great, honestly. And then you can spend that $200 to $250 on other fun stuff, like a mechanical keyboard. Yeah. But I hope that helps. You definitely can't go wrong with either. Okay. So that's it. So that's all that this individual command is doing. That's just the start though, right? So that's the first step of the chase command. So if I go back, when I get a value from chase colors, I'm looking for a return. So if I get a return value, then there's a couple of things that happen. Sneak Easy JT. Also, there aren't many ray tracing games out now, so paying for not something the games don't really have yet seems like a waste. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, I said mechanical keyboard. Yeah, I did, James. Never a bad investment, especially if it's a mechanical keyboard that has backlit LEDs. So I use, in fact, I'll show mine. I don't think I've shown y'all my latest mechanical keyboard, but this is the one that I use right now. It's a Keychron, and I love this thing. It's nice. It's really, really nice. Very happy with it. Okay. So now the next step in Chase is if I'm checking to see what the strip mode is on my LEDs, right? For instance, this was an early change that we made to the bot where if you call Chase and Chase is already running, I'll set the colors, but there's no point in calling the API to do the same thing again. Oh, that's nice, James. The subreddits, what, Keychron subreddit? Or just mechanical keyboard subreddits in general? Oh, r/MK. I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit, honestly. Dangerous place because of flame wars between various kinds of keyboards. I can imagine. Okay. So before I go back over to the device. Okay, so if strip mode is 5, and this is a value that I'm getting when I actually restart my device. If the strip mode has been set to 5, then I'm good to go. Yeah, it is an easy rabbit hole to fall down. So this is what's happening here. If the strip mode is actually not 5, then I'm just saying, hey, cool, you set the lights. So I'm changing the light color, but I'm not calling the chase command. If Chase is not running, then we're setting the mode to 5, which is the firmware has various values that it looks for that represent the different kinds of commands. The ones we've been working mostly on the stream are rainbow, chase, breathe, and fire. So chase mode, if chase mode is already set, it's set. And then it'll set the strip mode to 5 and then call the chase command. And I wonder if what's actually happening here is that I mean, I probably should not be not checking this return value in the bot, you know? Like I'm actually making this call, particle function call, and then if I don't get a 1 back from firmware, right? Because let me show you what happens in set mode. This is a pretty simple one. Set mode just does the same thing. It just sets the strip mode to whatever integer you pass in, right? And then just publishes that and then returns a 1. However, if you get a timeout, no, so that wouldn't actually. Yeah, I think I need to handle this right here. Throw an error if the mode isn't set correctly. So I don't know if that's my issue, but that's definitely a better way of error handling. Calling that function because I'm trying to do these 2 calls back to back. Anyway, so if I then call set mode and then that works, so I'm in sort of now chase mode, I can call particle call function to trigger chase. And that's if it's not running, that's what will actually make this thing here behind me do what it's supposed to do. I think that's all legit. But my device, which I am done reflashing, is still doing, it's still bricked. It's still not in a good spot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something slightly different. I'm going to put the device in safe mode, which is what it's doing when it'll start back up and then start flashing magenta. In safe mode, what's happening is the device is running the device OS firmware, so it's connecting to the Particle device cloud, but it's not running your user firmware. So it allows you to sort of clear out, getting your user firmware in a better state. And if this doesn't actually get into safe mode, then it means there genuinely is a device OS issue. Which it doesn't look like it's going to do. Which has me slightly concerned at this point. Yeah, all right, hold on. Just pull the camera over closer so I don't have to keep holding it up. So we genuinely may have a brick device at this point. And in order to continue, it might be time for me to add another one. Okay. Nerds. Again, nerds. Because if I am going to replace out devices, I can't do it. Can't do it quickly. I wonder what I did. Those of y'all that are just joining, or if you have joined in the last few minutes, I managed to completely brick this device on my desk here. And now I'm trying to recover it. James, I imagine a cabinet of particles at your office, like a stationary cabinet. People just coming and going, grabbing new bits. I have a stash. I have ones that I can get. The problem is because this device is my controller device. If I remove it from its mesh network, if I add another one, I have to then take all 4 of those devices and put them on a different mesh network. There isn't right now an easy swap in, swap out way. And yeah, none of the bot commands are going to work because the controller is completely... Oh, actually, that one should work. Why is that one not working? It is a bit of a hassle. It'll be easier soon. I mean... We're going to add functionality where you can have multiple gateways on a single network. And once that's there, that'll be easier to manage. I could add a second device and then remove the first one and it'd be fine. But right now I have to reset up the entire network. So I'm trying to think of the next thing that I can do to try to recover this device. And .com, why is the devices command not working? Because that just uses the API, so it shouldn't... Where is it? Oh, it's online. It's not devices, it's online. I don't know if that's what you were trying to run, .com. But online should still work. Maybe. Yeah. That one's not connected. That one's not dependent on this wall, on this controller doing anything. There is. We did this last Monday. There's a bot help command. It doesn't say anything about devices. Maybe I should add that. Okay, so I'm gonna run reset environment. This is gonna oh gosh, really? Is it going to? Hey Grogard, how's it going? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And yes, happy Cyan Panda to you as well. Definitely. I have managed, Grogard, to brick this particle argon on my desk, and now I'm trying to figure out the best way to attempt to recover it. Oh no, you missed the notification. That stinks. But hey, welcome. Better late than never. That's all right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just do a local flash of just my user firmware. Flash application. Just build that one really quickly. Yeah, Grogard. So you actually used like OpenOCD using the particle CLI? Tell me what you did specifically. Because I think I know what you're talking about. I don't want to go all the way into OpenOCD, but what'd you do with the particle CLI? Because ultimately what the commands that I'm running to do flash and debug and what have you are just... these are ultimately just particle CLI commands. Well, this is a make, but... but I could do it this way. Particle, flash... What is the... I can't remember the... Yeah. Yeah, let's do it over... Oh, you did a factory flash. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah. So, for those of you all hanging out watching, let me... That's a good idea. So let's do that. That's actually one of the other things that we can do to try to recover from this mess, is just get my user firmware off of it altogether, and we'll start over. Yeah, you can do a factory. Yeah. And then put the Tinker application back on it. You need to have the device in... Oh yeah, you have to have... I need to have the device ID, that's right. Particle flash, factory, Tinker, and... Wait, what? I don't think I have to have the... Unless I have to have the device name. Anyway, that's fine. Watt controller. Oh, I know, because I didn't actually say serial. I want to do USB. Yeah. Do a USB. There we go. That one dude. Hey, good afternoon. I hope I'm pronouncing your handle correctly. How you doing? Hope you're having a good week, a good Monday. You seem to know a thing or two about electronics. Maybe half a thing or two. And thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You're trying to build a sumo bot. That's awesome. I actually have one of my teammates that built Sumo bots a while ago, and he just redid. He was actually just reworking on that project recently. Is it Particle Sumo bot? I think that's actually out on Hackster. Yeah. So this project is from 2015, from Brett Wallach. It's actually a colleague friend of mine, but check that out. He's actually rebuilding those right now. They're very, very cool. That's good fun. I am trying to reconnect or recover from a bricked device right now. Oh golly, come on. Particle Flash, Factory Tinker, USB. Let me get that order right. Ah, come on. Particle Flash, USB, Factory. You know what? Factory may only work if I do... Yeah, that's probably right. Factory. Okay, fine. So we'll just do watt controller. Particle Flash, watt controller, Factory Tinker. What type of device? No. I don't have one of those. It's an Argon. Yeah, thanks, Krogard. I think this is the right direction of what I need to do next. I'm just trying to remember the right incantation. USB Tinker. Oh, USB Tinker, Serial Tinker. Maybe that's it. That's it. What is a USB Tinker? That's all right. I never remember either. That's why it's good to have these docs. All right, I think that did it, but I still don't know that. I don't think that my user firmware is the issue, unfortunately. Yeah, because it's a device OS firmware issue. So. Yeah, it'll enter DFU mode, but it won't enter safe mode. Right, so like I can get it into DFU mode really easily, but when I try to get it into safe mode, it's doing what it's doing now, rapid blinking cyan, and then red flashes every once in a while. Which is not fun. So, what is this? No, this is not what I'm looking for. Why is it not letting me go? Oh, okay. No, that's not going to be it. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me go into the particle community. Because we do have some docs on unbricking a device, and now I'm just failing to remember all of these steps right now. For Dummies Guide to Bricking. No, that's not anything. Brick. I mean, there's a way to do it. JTAG. So somewhere in here, oh, I really don't want to do OpenOCD. I can. And honestly, you know what, Grogard, I'm wondering if, is it possible that the whole reason that this is happening is because I have the debugger connected? That would really tick me off. No. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Because I had to get the bootloader bin, and I don't know that that's the... I'm going to try to do it this way. B.S. Claro, hey, happy Monday. How you doing? Feel the same way? Stuck on some Python? Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. What are you working on? Oh yeah, that's right. I did this again. So Grogard, I can flash the device OS firmware. Yeah, I mean, I can do that locally. I've done that a couple of times. Ah, work thing. Yeah, I got you. Well, because Claro, I started this stream with high-minded ideas about showing off the debugger and some issues that we're having with the wall, with the bot accepting chase color commands more than once. And I bricked the device. So now I'm trying to unbrick it. No, Codebase Alpha, it is still not working. There are other things that I can do, but yeah, it's definitely I'm having many of these moments today. This particle device is having a case of the Mondays. Big time. Big time case of the Mondays. Yeah, Grover, it could be. Let me make sure I actually have that in my target. I don't know that I have that bin. But I could get it. So let me do a compile. We should all head to Chotsky's. That's right. That's right, Doc Ami. I feel like it. I feel like heading there right now. This is not how I want to start my Monday. Compile application and device OS. So yeah, Grogard, I'll do that. I'll get the device OS version, and that should show up in my target directory here. Oh, why is it not? Oh, it's in a build directory. That's right. Where does that end up saving it? From here, build target. I think that's right there. Let's see. Really? There's Clara. Yeah, I did see that Schlotsky's actually is. There was some place that I was recently, I think in Colorado last month, and I saw, it was in Colorado Springs, and there was a Schlotsky's on the side of the road, and it said Schlotsky's Austin Eatery. And I'm like, what? I didn't realize they were rebranding to lean into that. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so Grogard, that is an approach that I can take, but that's effectively what I'm getting through DFU mode. I appreciate the suggestion; it's a good one. But effectively, when I run Particle Flash application and device OS via the Particle Workbench, that's what I'm getting. That's already here. I'll show you. Because you'll see it actually stream across. That's this step right here. That's actually doing a DFU flash of the device OS firmware. Artisan free range sandwiches. But it's good. It's really important when you're raising your sandwich before it's being delivered to the customer. It's very important that the sandwich be able to live a happy, fulfilling life for as long as that sandwich is going to be on the farm before it is ultimately served to you, the customer, by the restaurant. I mean, you want that sandwich to have enjoyed nature and green pastures. And I mean, this is all very important. So I think Schlotsky's is really just doing us a service. Very important. Ah, yeah, Grogard. So in the end, you had to use OpenOCD to completely restore the device. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, that's where I'm at, too. Which I'm not happy about. So instead, let's do something else. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to get another Argon, and we're going to create we're just going to add a new one to the network. We'll flash it, and then we'll get ourselves back. I will get this bricked little dude fixed elsewhere. So I'm going to go on a quick 60-second break, and I'll be back with a brand new device, and we will claim that so you can see the claiming process, and then we'll go. Yeah. No more. Yeah. No need to beat my head against desk anymore. So 60 seconds. You know, Kami, that's a really good idea. third emote, a brick. I like that. Let me get my desk webcam back on. Did it just flip itself upside down? How in the heck did that happen? What is going? Hold on. Messing with my head. Okay. So I have a brand new device. We're going to add it to the network and then see how quickly I can get this. I mean, I got in the last like half an hour of the stream, basically what we're going to do is just try to get this thing claimed, set up a new mesh network, and then I'm going to move the other devices to this network. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm using the Particle app now. I'm going to scan the data matrix on this new device. See if I can get it. Come on. Here we go. There is a Wi-Fi antenna connected. It's going to pair. And then get it online. I think this is one I've already claimed, but I'm going to rename it. Using Mesh Network. Yep. Next. It's going to look for Wi-Fi networks for me to join. I'm going to pick my network. I'm going to enter my password. Stop looking. Stop. All right. Connecting. See on the app. The important thing is that this will start actually. Why is this one doing the same red flashy business thingy? Is there a... Hold on. Grogart, are you serious? Psychomeds, thank you so much for the follow. You just made me happy. I was not happy 30 seconds ago. I'm serious, you did. I really, really appreciate that. Because I am fighting. I'm fighting today. This stream is, there's a lot of boxing happening with me and devices on this stream. The Particle API was having issues, Grogard. I'm not seeing it on... Oh, Psychomed, you absolutely did. I appreciate it. Oh, Robert Tables, really? No Upcat Love on Twitter, really? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Oh, aha. All right, I'm gonna have to go back and check that out, but that's really cool. That's very nice. I read that on the forums. Yeah, so Grogard, there was an issue over the weekend, but I don't think that it's still going on. But this is a completely separate device that I just brought online, so it should not be an issue. I mean, this should be fine. So yeah, I think you're right. If I can't get this thing in If I can't get this thing in safe mode, then obviously there's a problem. Well, nerds, Grogard, if that's the case, can't log into my account. What's this going on? Yeah, I mean, so it's one thing if you get, I'll share this very briefly. It's one thing if you get one device that won't connect. Like it's, you know, you brick one device, that can happen. But if you take a second device out of the box and you get a similar sort of issue, it may not be you, right? There may actually be something else going on. Let me go grab another. Let me grab a third and let's see what's going on. So BRB again, very, very briefly. All right, James, you'll be happy to know I just grabbed more from my stash. I'm just grabbing from my stash now. I just want to get another device configured in the next like 20 minutes. It would be so nice. Because this is, I'm starting to have one of those moments where I feel like I'm having a mental breakdown. Like maybe I've completely forgotten how to even function as a human being. That's what's happening right now. These devices are just failing me. Or am I failing them? I think I'm failing them. Christian2588, thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having an awesome Monday. We're doing some triage. Trying to get some devices back online here. Not the stream I planned. It's not the stream I wanted, but maybe it's the stream I needed today. How about that? I mean, let's be honest. They never go as planned. That's not good. Scratch that. I remember that. The Michael Jolly. I have a plan. Most days I do. Okay, maybe plan isn't the right word. Maybe the right word is I have an aspiration. I have a hope, a sincere desire. And it did start great with all those resubs. And then you guys resub and broke my bot. It was my own fault. I broke my own bot. I mean, I'm the one that wrote the bad code. Y'all just exposed it, right? Roro Smurf, thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Monday. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We are messing with hardware devices today, trying to get them working. See, Payette, I know you didn't do it. You didn't do it with the biddies. That's, you know, it's not your fault. Michael Jolly, maybe a bad colonic. That's right. And my device colonic analogy didn't even work, right? So now we're going to go through a device OS update. So this is going to take a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I think where we're at this point is that I don't know for certain that I have a bricked device. But for those of you that are joining just now, this whole thing started because I'm using Visual Studio Code to actually debug the firmware on these devices. And we went in, we got to firmware debugging, and then I thought I bricked one of my devices. And that sort of leads you up to now here we are, almost 2 hours into the stream. And other than the show and tell that I did at the beginning, that's right, Psycho Mad, who broke the bot? I did. So now I have to pay up. I gotta issue refunds. That's what I gotta do. All right, device OS updates happening. So, this webcam does not show the phone screen very well. Grogard, they did mention in that thread that there was an API issue, so they pushed an update, something related to load balancing. Yeah, it was. There was an update pushed. I haven't seen any additional issues this morning, but maybe we're discovering them live, like you all saw. Getting red flashes on 2 separate devices. Gifted subs for everyone. I gift subs to everyone. Absolutely, yeah. That's pretty funny. I like where your head's at, Psycho Mad. Okay, so I'm going to use this in a mesh network. So I'm on the mobile app. I'm on the mobile app part of the process here, just getting this new device online. Good golly, that is not. Now Wi-Fi, add to a Wi-Fi. Yep. Password. Y'all enjoying me watching me stare at my phone? I'm sorry, I was just lost in thought for a moment there. It was actually, to be completely honest, I was just thinking about what I'm eating for lunch in about 20 minutes. I'm hungry. So now I'm getting an error. Your device has failed to attain an IP address. Please make sure that the device has internet access. Oh, I know it has internet access. So, y'all, this may generally just be oh wait. BS Claro, anybody made an AWS Lambda with Python 3 that uses a local class? I'm unable to import it and use the module. Oh, wow. No. BS Claro, I have not. I've done some Lambda stuff, but I've used Node, so I'm not familiar. Psychomed, sometimes it works as intended, but 95% of the time it can consume, all it can consume is sleep and Red Bull. That's right. Coding Decoding, thank you so much. I really appreciate the compliment. And I'm glad you feel that way. It doesn't feel like an interesting stream to me today because I have been blocked. However, this is all part of the process, right? When we write code, especially when we do hardware work, sometimes things get in the way. Things get crazy, things get messed up, and you're sort of left having to scratch your head and wondering what's actually going on. Dakami, I think that's going to have to be the third emote. So I'm close. We have 2 emotes. Actually, we'll make it the second emote. We're close to the third emote slot, but I haven't added the second one yet. So I think the Brando 92 brick emote is going to have to be coming. I think you're absolutely right. So I will, in fact, let's just make a note here. I'll do it now. Because as you can see, this third device is giving me a red flash. So that's 3 separate devices, the same thing. It is definitely a connectivity issue up in the device cloud. So I think we're going to have to end there in terms of trying to actually make it happen. So I'm going to make a couple of notes. Let's see. Yes. .commie. As a mod, .commie, you have made this decision, and I will respect your decision. Has decreed the second emote will be a brick emote. So that's happening. I got to work on that. I'll have that ready for next time. And yes, it has to be a cyan brick for certain. Yes, the Michael Jolly. I'll give you that. What else did we learn? I bricked a device. Maybe. We don't really know for certain. We think maybe not. However, that's okay. And we didn't get to anything else. So this was a one-track sort of stream, but that's okay. They happen. What I am going to do between now and next time is try to get the debugging piece working again. Once things get rectified on the cloud side, because I do want to walk through that. To me, it's actually really cool what we had originally. And if you joined late, please feel free to go back and watch the VOD. But what we had done early on was we actually had the bot commands firing off device commands on firmware, actually on this hardware device, and then distributing messages to the wall of lights behind me, which I've turned back off. And I can go ahead and turn back on to actually run the chase light LED animations around the wall there. So the debugging part was a lot of fun when it worked, and then the rest of the stream has been figuring out what happened and the bricking and whatnot. So I did actually spend some time going through the various ways of cleaning and resetting devices. So I'll make a note of that as well. And I'll throw some links in the notes before I publish those. Let's see, we walked through various ways to try to recover and reflash devices. Anything else I missed? Psychomad, so if you didn't brick it, then there will not be a brick demo. No, I think I'll do one anyway, because this wouldn't be the first time I bricked a device. I do it all the time. The Michael Jolly, I think that hand has moved closer to you during the stream. Keep an eye out. Yeah. Open question. Or open thing. It's time to work on the hand. So for anybody that has noticed there, yes, that there is actually a silicone hand. And what is going on with that camera? The camera is bricking itself right now. The brick is going to happen eventually. That's absolutely right. Okay. What in the world? I'm going to my larger version. The hand is taking over. It's behind me. So the camera is being kind of weird and finicky today. But that silicone hand that's actually there on the wall is going to be used for something in a project, a secret project very soon. I think it's time to, yes, this hand. That will make an appearance on the stream very soon. I have an idea. And yeah, Grogard, you brick devices. We've always brick devices. It's part of the fun. That's part of the experience of embedded development, is bricking devices to an unrecoverable state. So I think what I want to do on Thursday is I want to spend some time between now and Thursday off stream actually trying to get the chase issue wrapped up and done. But what I want to do on Thursday is actually start the hand project. Start this one right here. Get this thing actually working. So let's do that. The Monday morning bricking just got your internet, BS Claro? It's all over the place. And Tronbo, thanks so much for the follow. Did I say that right? Tronbo, yeah. Hope you're having a good Monday. We're actually getting about ready to back up, to raid into somebody else. Getting about done here. Robert Tables, back. Okay, well, I'll give you a bit of a recap. .com, you bricked your original Spark core. I still have mine. It's actually running a project on the desk. No, Psychomad. That's not. No. It's for chat interaction. The hand will feature in the chat. So I think it's time to move on to that, because that'll be kind of fun. So Robert Tables, we think, so this is actually now the third device. Brand new, fresh device that I've tried to get online. And we suspect that there are some issues with the device cloud. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Trombo. Thanks so much for hanging out in chat. Hope you're able to join us in the future as well. So there's something else going on, Robert Tables, not related to me bricking an individual device, and I have to figure out what it is. But I'm gonna have to figure out what it is off stream. So we're gonna move on, or we're gonna wrap today, and I am going to look for somebody to raid into. Yeah, it's okay. It happens. I may genuinely still have bricked it, but I think now is time to. There's some other things I got to try, but having gone through 3 separate different devices, it's kind of hard to think that it's just me because I'm not flashing the same user firmware on every device. These 2 other ones are devices that no, they're not bricked. They're not bricked. These are devices that were working fine out of the box. I just can't actually get them back online, right? What I can do really quick is I can actually try to just do a quick. Oh no, yeah, there we go. Here, we'll do a flash, just one last time. We'll do a flash application in device OS or flash application local. And just see what happens. Oh wait, but that's not this device. Yeah, no, this will work. This will work. Frackberg, do the particle devices have a built-in reset? There's a reset button on the device to power it on and off. Or are you asking like, is there a built-in sort of like factory reset button? And no, there's not. Robert Tables. No, actually, so the commonality, these other 2, I haven't, only just now am I actually trying to do anything with Workbench. The other 2, I actually pulled them out, claimed them with the mobile app, and tried to get them online. So Particle Workbench wasn't even in the mix on those other 2. It's just, it was a just brand new device sort of situation. So, and it looks like it's the same thing. So, yeah, that's where we are. So I am going to stop it here because off-stream investigation. I have to figure out if there's anything happened on the cloud side. I am going to go and eat some lunch. And I think, yeah, let's, I don't think, I'm going to we'll raid into code phobia. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said earlier, it's not the stream that I had planned, but it was still fun. We walked through a couple of different ways of potentially recovering from brick devices, trying to add new firmware on. If you were here at the beginning, you did get to see debugging work, and that did work. That was pretty cool. And that was good fun when we actually got it working. And I'm going to figure out in the next couple of days why it stopped working. Robert Tables, the proper response to my question should have been, Robert Tables, I think you're out of your element. That's right. That came up yesterday. Oh yeah, James, it totally does happen. So the next stream is going to be Thursday. So Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, 2 to 4. And I'll definitely share some stuff soon. I'll share my findings over the next couple of days on Twitter too, as I figure out what the heck's going on here. But thank y'all for coming in. Carrie Pat, thanks so much. Thanks again for the bits, for hanging out. Hope y'all have a great rest of the day today. And I will see y'all in other streams over the course of the next couple of days. Looking forward to hanging out with y'all. And let's go say hi to Mr. Code Phobia. Take care. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.